All right, welcome everybody to the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. Glad you're here. We are going to be sharing with you 5 tools, 5 apps specifically that are going to help you with time saving and productivity in your business. So I hope you're ready. I hope you are taking some notes. And what I wanted to do is just briefly talk to you a little bit about my own process before I share the tools. So one of the things that I've noticed is I'm a mom and I have 2 kids, and I'm often out, running them around, driving them to their different activities, shuttling them to different places, and then waiting in the carpool line to pick them up or whatever. So it's easier for me as a parent to do a lot of my work over my smartphone because I always have that with me, right? And so I don't always bring my computer with me. It's not always practical to have it with me, but I do have this device. And because of that, I've been able to find some great tools that I can use right from my phone. I don't even need my computer, and I can get an unbelievable amount of work done from my smartphone. I will tell you that my primary mobile device is an Apple iPhone. So a lot of the apps, I don't know if they have an Android version or not. Although if you are a tried and true Android lover, I did throw in a bonus app just for you that is not available on the iPhone. So don't feel badly if some of these apps aren't there. Okay, so let me see who's out here live today, who's watching. I see Rich is logged in. Good to see you there, Rich. You're my regular. I love to have you on these Down and Dirty Hangouts. And if there's anyone else who's watching and you just haven't logged in yet, go ahead, sign in down below. You'll see there's a chat box there. Say hello, let us know you made it. And also, if you're watching this as a recording, still, I love to hear your comments. So feel free to sign in below and leave a message or something so that I can check that and answer any questions you might have. Great. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to flip my screen around here so that you can see what I've put together for you today. All right. So what we're going to be focusing on is 5 time-saving apps that will blow your mind. Specifically, one of the last ones, I saved the 5th one for the best. It's one of my most recent apps that has really saved me bukus of time. And so stay on the line at least long enough to hear that one, because if you aren't using it already, I think you'll really appreciate the 5th app that I'll be sharing with you today. All right. So I do these, for those of you that are new and you've never been on my Down and Dirty Hangouts, I host these every single Monday at 1:30 Central, 2:30 Eastern Time. Typically they run about an hour long, sometimes a little shorter. I try to keep it right at an hour, so I know everybody is, you have time during the day. You don't always have a lot of time, I should say, during the day where you can just sit in for longer than an hour. So I try to keep it really tight, and I try to provide value and inspiration in what I do. And also, I give tutorials, and on occasion, I go through mindset techniques to help you in your life and in your business. So let me get going here. So the first one, tool number 1, and if you don't recognize their logo, is Inky. So Inky is kind of a unique little app, and it has to do with emails. So let me tell you how it works. So the way that it works is that it prioritizes your emails, and it frees up the time that you're in your inbox. One of the biggest time sucks on our phones, or on your computer for that matter, is looking at email. So if there was something that could instantly prioritize your email and allow you to focus just on those things that are most important, that's always a good thing. Let me shut down my email. Speaking of which, I've got mine running over here in the background, and I don't want all these alerts to pop up. Close window. There we go. We're getting them closed. So Inky, it works best obviously on a mobile device, and you can upload or add all of your different email accounts to it. It takes Google, Yahoo, Outlook, MSN, Hotmail, whatever you've got, you can probably upload it into Inky. And then what it does is it predicts the relevance of each message. So when an email comes through, it's going to instantly tag it with a little ink drop next to it as to which ones are the most important. It learns this over time. So initially you kind of have to train it a little bit based on how often you open certain emails. And if it gets anything wrong, of course, you can send instant feedback by changing a message's priority with one click. So it makes it easier to skim through your emails and tell which ones are important to read and which ones you don't even need to be looking at right now. You can save that for a time in which you aren't busy. I am just backing up here. I'm a firm believer there are two types of people. There are those that are, they don't mind having a lot of emails still in their inbox, and it doesn't bother them at all to have an alert on their phone that says they have 50,000 emails that are unread. And then there are those who like inbox zero. So they kind of get a little bit of heart palpitations if there's any emails in their inbox that haven't been read. I am not of the latter. I am one of those that has a massive email inbox, and I do keep them. I don't delete a lot of emails simply because I find that often I need to search my emails for something specific that I'd like to utilize later on. So I have become very good at searching emails, and I think of it as my own personal search engine. So I don't delete things very often, but I do prioritize them. And this is one way that I do so, and it definitely has cut back on the amount of time that I spend in my inbox. So again, that's Inky, and you can get Inky. I can get it to go to the next slide here. There it goes. You can download it here at otherinbox.com/Inky. And I'm not an affiliate or anything like that, and it is a free app, so feel free to download that one, try it out, see if you like it better than your existing email product. All right, so let's go to the next one. The next one you've probably done before. I've mentioned this on other Hangouts that I've done, but if you aren't using tool number 2, the Audible app, then I highly recommend it. Audible is a great little app that allows you to listen to books rather than read them. And the reason I love this is, well, let me explain how it works here. You listen to audiobooks right from your mobile phone. There's a whole library. It is a Amazon product through their Kindle offering, and it compresses the length of time that it takes to read a book. Okay, for me, like I said, again, I'm a mom and I travel a lot around, and it's not easy to read a book while you're driving. In fact, I don't highly recommend that. That could be a dangerous situation if you're reading a book while you're driving, but you can listen to books. And I listen to books all the time. In fact, I just completed 2 books last week. So I definitely love Audible. The other reason I like it, it has an added benefit of allowing you to adjust the playback speed. So if you get some authors or whoever their narrator is of the book who maybe they talk slowly, and your mind can process it a lot faster than most people speak, so you can increase the speed at which it plays back to you, and that way you can get through the book much more quickly than if you just listen to it at a slow speed. Of course, you can also decrease the speed if somebody does have a really fast speaking voice and you need to slow it down. This is a great little app to do that. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, the Audible app is my go-to app anytime that I'm waiting in line, anytime that I am stuck somewhere where I don't think I can get any work done. I am listening to books. When I'm exercising, I'm listening to books. I prefer to do that over listening to music because it's like you're getting an education while you're doing everyday things. I listen to books while I'm cooking because I like to cook for my family, and so I'm always listening to books then. I also do it like when I'm doing laundry and things like that around the home. I will be listening to books. So you'll see that there's a lot of time, dead time as I call it, in which you can multitask, be learning while you're doing other things. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, I forgot to tell you where you can download Audible. You can download it at audible.com. Super easy to get to. You can also find it by going into Amazon, and you'll see it there as well. And I have a subscription. Audible it's a free app, but in order to get books, you do have to have a subscription, and they give you credits with that subscription so that you can download a different book, or sometimes 2 books, depending on how quickly you read, per month. So I'm always downloading books and listening to them on Audible. And you'll see the subscription prices there on Audible as well. And I think they give you your first month free of charge, just so you can try it out and see how you like it. All right, next one. See if you recognize the logo. I set it up so that you guys could see the logos first to see if you already have this app. So this one is tool number 3. And this is the Splice app. So this goes out to all my internet marketers. You know who you are. And Splice is a complete video editing software that allows you to edit your videos right from your mobile phone. So I don't know about you, but I shoot a lot of video, and when I post them online, originally I used to upload it to my computer, edit it on my computer, and then post it onto YouTube. And it took so much time. Well, I found this app. Somebody had recommended it to me. And I tell you what, it has cut down the amount of time that I spend on video. I can whip out a really great video in very limited amount of time by using this little Splice app. Everybody knows that video is key to your marketing your business. But again, as a busy parent and mom, it's easier to edit, add music, clip parts of your video, speed up parts of your video, slow down parts of your video, add text and images right from your mobile phone. And then you can upload it immediately right into YouTube from the app. So boom, there you have it. There's a bonus for you as to how you can get video done very quickly, no excuses, so that you can start publishing some really nice video. And you can download it here, spliceapp.com. I believe it is free. I've literally had the Splice app for years now. There may be like an upgrade to it if you want additional tools, but they recently updated their software so that you can put text over video, which has been a really nice treat, because I've added different types of text, different fonts to my videos, including putting in my URL and different things like that, which has increased my opt-in rate for all of my advertising. All right, the next one. You recognize this icon? This is tool number 4, and this is the Buffer app. The Buffer app is pretty slick. Everybody knows you have to be on social media, right? But having social media accounts on multiple different sites can be very time consuming to keep up with. I mean, look at it. There's LinkedIn, there's Facebook, there's Google+, there's Instagram, there's Pinterest, there's Twitter, and it goes on and on and on. And it's so hard to keep on top of all of those different social media sites if you're just one person and you don't have a marketing team to manage it all for you. So this is my solution. It's a nice little app that allows you to post in all the different social media sites with one device, one application. So it also has a computer-based version of it, but I like the app on my phone because, again, when you're around and you're traveling around, you can easily get to your phone. You may not always have your computer. So just in a nutshell, Buffer app allows you to post to almost all social media sites from one single interface. And it also allows you to schedule out your posts for the day, the week, or even the month. So if I know I'm going to be gone for a few days, maybe I'm traveling with my family, I will schedule out 3 posts per day minimum and have them all ready to go for my different social media sites. And it's super easy to use. The app, you just click on it and you can add images, you can add text, you can add links, and it tracks everything. So when you add a link, the Buffer app will track the clicks that you get to that link. So you can see which social media platform is performing the best for you, and which posts are performing the best per social media platform. I've had a lot of luck with it, and again, I'm a power user of Buffer. They do have a free version, which I used for a while, but now I have the paid version, which allows me to link even more social media sites to it. So if you're not using it, I like it even better than Hootsuite, which is one of their competitors, because I think the Buffer app allows you to, it's a little more cleaner interface. And I had a hard time figuring out everything with Hootsuite. It was just cumbersome, whereas the Buffer app was super simple to get going. All right, so where can you get it? Download it here. Just go to bufferapp.com. You can download the mobile app there for free, and you can also download a plugin for your Google or Firefox browser so that you can instantly buffer anything such as your blog, a post that you really like from somebody else, and start tracking where those are going. All right, drum roll. Here's one of my all-time favorite apps that I've recently stumbled upon that has literally cut the amount of time that I spend online, or at least on my mobile phone, in half. So if you don't recognize the icon, this is tool number 5, Clips. Super easy little name. It's called Clips. And let me explain what this awesome little app does. So here's how it works. It prevents you from having to retype lines of text. Okay, so imagine for a moment that you're typing something with your thumbs on your phone, and somebody else asks the same question in another message. So now you have to either copy it and paste it, and then paste it into that message, or maybe the next day somebody asks the same question, and you've lost it in the thread, and you can't find what you typed before, but you know that it was a good response. This is what this does. It allows you to have clips within the app so that you can instantly repost things that you've typed. Now you have to save it. It's not going to save every single thing that you type, but it allows you to save snippets or clips of whatever it is you typed. So here's some examples of what I use it for. I save my web addresses so I don't ever have to retype them again. I save my logins. I even save my passwords for some of my accounts. Obviously, don't do that for banking accounts or anything that's really password sensitive. But like for some of my Instagram accounts or social media accounts, I will save both the login and the password. So it makes it super quick for me to log in multiple times to similar apps. And it also allows you to save images that I use often. So for instance, I have a logo for my company. I have several logos because I have several companies, and I have those logos saved in clips so that if I need to post them somewhere, boom, I instantly have access to them and I can post them right from it. So here's how it works. It's a secondary keyboard similar to your emoji keyboard on your mobile phone, and the keyboard stores clips of things that you have copied and added to your Clips app. So I wanted to show you how that works. So let me go into Clips app. I think it'll show you here kind of how it works, so you can see. So yeah, this will be kind of a good example. Let me make it bigger. So let's say that you found some content you really liked. You can clip it, copy it, and now it's stored within your clips. So then the way that you use it, let me lower this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see this, but at the bottom of your keyboard, it'll repeat here. You have a little thing that looks like a globe on the bottom of your keyboard, and you would select clips, and it'll show you all of your different clips that you have, and you just select the one that you've copied, and there you have it. You don't have to retype anything. It's brilliant. I can't believe I hadn't stumbled on this until recently, but this has saved me so much time. Okay, so try it out, see what you think. It is completely free. We love free, and it's really saved me a lot of time, like I said earlier. All right, so I do have some bonus apps. Oh, wait a minute. Where do you download clips? You can just go to cleanshavenapps.com/clips. Okay, cleanshavenapps.com/clips, and that's where you can get that nifty little app. All right, so I've got some bonus apps. This is one I use every day, And it's not really, I mean, it's a time saver for me, but it's not considered like a productivity app. It's more of a tool that has saved me a lot of time. I don't know how often that you have to figure out the percentage of something. Like, it seems like I have to all the time. Be it the percentage of time that I'm spending on a project compared to somebody else, or maybe I'm out shopping and I need to find out the percentage difference between buying in bulk compared to buying an item on its own. Or maybe I need to compare the 20% off. How much is that really going to save me if I'm purchasing something? So I find that I'm constantly needing to quickly figure percentage, and I don't always know. I'm not a math whiz by any means, so I don't always know what formula to use to get the appropriate percentage. So I use this awesome little app. It's free. It's called %Diff. And you can just search for it on the Apple iTunes store. However, if you need to get to it directly, it's just apple.co/2DBUIFO. Okay. So the nice thing about the %Diff is that it instantly tallies based on, if you put in 20, like you wanted 20% off, and then you put in on the second field, you put in the figure, it will instantly figure out the percentage difference. It'll tell you the percentage increase. It'll tell you all the different options that you could have for percentages by entering in those two numbers. And this alone has saved me so much time in trying to figure out, if I'm getting the best deal or not. So I wanted to throw that in there because it seems like every day I use this app, and even though it's not productivity related, it is related to doing business, and I thought that this might be helpful for you. All right, another bonus tool. This is for all my Android users, and I do have an Android phone now, a separate one that I just got because I wanted to be able to test some things out on both Android and Apple. And on my Android phone, I got the Samsung Galaxy J7, not the Note, because the Note will probably blow up, right? After all of the battery problems they've had recently. But I got this Galaxy, and this little app is super slick, and I wish they had it available for iPhones, but they do not. It is an Android-only device, and it's Snowball. And what Snowball is, it's a universal inbox for your mobile messaging clients. So I don't know about you, I get tired of all the alerts that pop up on my phones. I know you can turn alerts off, but a lot of times they're important. They're part of my business. And so, I get alerts from everything from Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, SMS, so text messaging, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, and more. Well, Snowball rolls them all up and puts all of the text messaging in one nice interface, which is brilliant. I mean, this is such a cool little app. It almost makes me want to start using the Android device more often just for this feature. So I wanted to let you know about that. If you're an Android user, man, this is a time saver because now you don't have to flip back and forth between your different messaging clients in order to check in with who's trying to contact you. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is more for those of you that have your own business and you're looking for a way to know your numbers. Okay, this is a great bonus tool that it's called Cube Anywhere. Okay, Cube Anywhere. And you can just get that at cubeanywhere.com. What this app does, it's a very robust tracking device. So it allows you to track your time, your expenses, your project cost, all in one beautiful little cloud reporting application. So this way you know your numbers instantly, and you can get to this cloud tool, Cube, on any device. So if you're on a tablet, if you're on your iPhone, it syncs it all together. If you're on your computer, you can get there. And I wanted to show you what it does, because if you're a business owner, part of being a good business owner is knowing your cost, your expenses. Are you making a profit or are you not? So this is a place where you could easily put in your cost, your wholesale cost for whatever you're selling or whatever subscription cost that you have, and then compare to what you're selling it for. so you can see what the percentage is and if you actually have priced yourself in the market or out of the market. So I don't know if you can see what I've got here on the screen. It's kind of small, but it allows you, it has a calendar on it. It allows you places to categorize different expenses, or like say you have subscription fees for your online business. You could plug all of those in there so you know how much you're spending per month. And then you can also plug in, any of your earnings so that you have an expense report and you can see if you're profiting or if you're in the red. There's lots of positive reviews, lots of people. It's both Android and app related. So, I mean, Android and iPhone related. So you can use it on any device. And, I've always been told as a former manager within the corporate world that if you don't know your numbers, you don't have a business. So you need to really know your numbers so that you know what you need to do in order to be successful in your business. So this is one more app. Of course, it's even got a good reference from Forbes.com. They have used it in a lot of their different businesses. So check that out. Again, it's cubeanywhere.com. I am not an affiliate of any of the products that I shared with you here today, but I do use them, and that's why I wanted to recommend them to you. All right, and that is it. So let me flip my screen around. This was kind of a short hangout today. I hope you got some value out of those tools that I shared with you today. I know they've helped me to have more time to spend with my family and also to spend less time searching for things online by having those tools on my mobile device. I will tell you too, there are other apps. There's so many that are out there that can help you with productivity. I really focused on the ones that I use the most. I will tell you there's a lot of folks out there who like to maintain to-do lists. And there are so many different to-do list apps. The one that I use personally is called Wunderlist, which is a nice little app that'll email me on a certain day whenever I have a to-do item that I need to get completed. A lot of people really like Evernote. That's another one that is very popular because it allows you to save things to it, such as popular web addresses and images and things like that, and then to create a to-do list so that you can share that, and even with your family. So if you're looking for something like that, I didn't go deep because there are literally so many of them out there, but I encourage you to have a good to-do list as well if you're working for yourself or in business for somebody else. So let me see if there's any questions before we close up for today. All right. No, it looks like Rich, I appreciate your comments as you walk through. Yes, Audible is awesome. In fact, I remember seeing a post that you had, or somebody like you had, in which they said that they listen to Audible at 2 times the speed and that it sinks into them better. It's like a subconscious subliminal thing by listening to it super fast when you're listening to books. So you might try that. I know I've done it a few times. I prefer to listen to it a little less than 2 times the speed, just because I really like to absorb the information. And I find that I lose it sometimes if I listen to it too fast, but I may have to try it more often. Yes, that Percent app is super handy. So I use that every day, and it really has improved how I do my business and how I price my services. Because I think a lot of times, especially if you're putting packages together, like a package A, B, and C, you want to make sure that the percentage difference between the packages is somewhat comparable so that you're not blowing yourself out of the water and giving away the farm. All right. So that's all I have for today. I appreciate you being in on the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central, and I look forward to hearing any more questions or feedback. I'll check the chat room later for those of you that are watching the recording, and I hope you have a great week. It's looking like it's going to be an amazing year, or rest of the year here. We're having a great time with some of our new projects that we're rolling out. Look forward to sharing those with you. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.